Life, like a dance, sometimes demands a high degree of flexibility and lightness from us. Each day brings its own trials and challenges. When we find ourselves in the spotlight, maintaining inner peace becomes a true art. The hustle of modern life and the uncertainty of the future often push us towards constant worry and stress. Expressing concern can lead to unexpected consequences. In today's society, displaying worry may be perceived as a sign of weakness. Unfortunately, the world is not always fair, and others may exploit your vulnerability against you. Similar to how predators in nature pay attention to weak and timid individuals, people in society may react to signs of anxiety, seeing them as an opportunity for manipulation or even aggression. Persistent expression of anxiety can create a situation where others begin to test your boundaries and possibly use your unease as a means of influence. To achieve this resilience, we can turn to ancient Stoic techniques. In this video, we will discuss 7 Stoic ideas from Marcus Aurelius that teach us the art of maintaining inner harmony. Like a skilled gardener using tools to enhance the beauty of a garden, Stoic techniques become our tools for strengthening inner peace and wisdom. Please take the next few minutes of your attention and focus. Let's concentrate on valuable Stoic ideas to make the most effective use of this time. Thank you for your attention and participation. Idea number 1. Symphony of words and silence. Communication is a crucial component of human life, playing a key role in establishing connections and mutual understanding. However, despite this, many people experiencing anxiety often resort to continuous talking, pouring out their worries and fears onto those around them. In other cases, anxious individuals may choose the opposite tactic, retreating into a silent defense, shutting themselves off from the world, and ignoring everything around them. Both approaches, constant chatter and isolation, are not optimal strategies. It is important to find a balance, to be able to choose the right moment for communication and to maintain emotional equilibrium. This is precisely what the quote from Marcus Aurelius reminds us of. There is a time to speak and a time to be silent, but there is no time to chatter. Such an approach calls for mindfulness in communication, where each word has its context and weight, and where silence can also be a powerful means of expression. Appropriate silence also develops the skill of listening. If you attentively listen to others, immersing yourself in their words, you open doors to deep understanding, empathy, and higher quality interactions. In this context, silence becomes not emptiness, but a bridge that connects you to the world of others' experiences, making your communications more valuable and rich. The most important thing is to know how to avoid pointless conversations. Idle chatter robs you of time and may compel you to reveal unnecessary information that could later be used against you. Idea number 2. The art of revenge. When we experience pain or harm from others, the natural desire for revenge can arise, creating internal turmoil. It's like an inner turmoil where every thought of revenge becomes not only a reactionary response, but also a chain of limiting beliefs. Although revenge may seem like an easy way out, it creates its own guiding stars of anger and jealousy. These thoughts and feelings, like shadows, can spoil our inner landscape, creating confusion in the heart. Marcus Aurelius provides us with valuable advice. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. The art of revenge is about not imitating the enemy. True revenge is not about responding to evil in the same manner. It is a call to higher understanding and wisdom. We must refuse to be what our enemy would like to see in us. Thus, we go beyond a simple response to evil and create something more elevated, a new form of response that doesn't resemble the source of our pain. Let's consider a situation where someone at work is trying to harm you, aiming to undermine you, or even push you out of the team. The initial reaction might be a desire for revenge, responding to provocation in kind. However, if you wisely reflect on revenge, you can transform this desire into something more constructive. Instead of responding with aggression, you choose to remain calm and start exhibiting professionalism. You focus on your work, diligently fulfill your duties, and perhaps go the extra mile to maintain positive interactions within the team. In this way, your desire for revenge turns into a strategy for professional growth and strengthening relationships with colleagues. Through this method, you disarm your enemy, showing that their plans not only fail, but also contribute to your improvement. This approach not only preserves your inner peace, but also brings about positive changes in your work sphere. Idea number 3, reflection on death. Life is an uncertain journey, and regardless of where we are headed, we all encounter the inevitable reality: death. Death is not the ultimate destination, but rather a reminder that every day is precious, and it is important to shape our lives in a way that remains meaningful and fulfilling. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." This quote doesn't instill fear of death. Instead, it emphasizes attention to life. The fear of death can be a hidden reflection of concerns about how we are living our lives. Another statement by Marcus Aurelius comes to mind: "A man should be afraid not of death, but of never beginning to live." Considering this quote, we can interpret it as a reminder that if we recognize the value of each moment and live our lives with full awareness, the fear of death gives way to a deep respect for life. Perhaps the fear of the end becomes motivation to live more consciously. Reflecting on death is not a plunge into darkness. It is an invitation to delve into the depths of our existence. It is an intellectual exercise that allows us to reconsider our values, priorities, and views on the world. What truly matters to us? What goals do we set for ourselves? How do we interact with our loved ones? Do not be afraid to peer into the dark corners of your thoughts. Look at your life from the perspective of its limitations, and perhaps you will discover that many worries and fears dissolve in the face of the magnificent prospect of a more conscious and holistic life. Idea number 4, reality and illusions. We all find ourselves influenced by various sources of information and the perspectives of those around us. However, there comes a point when attempts to manipulate our behavior start to threaten our freedom and individuality. In such situations, our only defense lies in developing the skill to distinguish reality from external influences. Marcus Aurelius expressed this idea wisely, saying, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This quote is relevant in the context of critically perceiving information and our emotional response to others' opinions. People, often encountering different points of view, can easily fall into panic and anxiety. The diversity of opinions creates a kaleidoscope of perceptions, leading to emotional reactions such as fear, worry, or even panic. The importance in this context lies in learning to separate the grains of truth from the chaff. Analyzing all the presented information becomes a key moment in maintaining composure in complex situations. This involves not only understanding the diversity of opinions, but also the ability to respond to them appropriately. The ability to analyze events and opinions without hasty emotional reactions becomes a skill that allows for emotional resilience in uncertain situations. Ultimately, the ability to respond to information with composure and reason helps maintain mental clarity and make thoughtful decisions, even when various opinions and perspectives are clamoring around. Idea number 5, internal honesty. Dishonesty towards others often stems from internal conflicts, insecurity, or a desire to create a favorable impression. However, when we lie to ourselves, it becomes a more serious problem. It may involve a tendency towards self-deception, denial of reality, or avoidance of painful truths. Ultimately, this can lead to long-term consequences for our emotional well-being, mental health, and overall prosperity. Marcus Aurelius offers his solution: "A man must be honest by nature, not by circumstances." This phrase contains profound wisdom about the necessity of internal honesty. Internal honesty is sincerity that emanates from the very heart of a person, regardless of external circumstances. It suggests that honesty should not be a behavior conditioned by external circumstances, such as fear of punishment or a desire for praise. It should stem from the internal moral compass of the individual. The quote underscores the value of sincerity as an essential component of character. It invites us to be honest, not only when others are watching but also in moments of solitude. Internal honesty requires constant self-reflection, and a commitment to personal development. It is an invitation to grow as a person and deepen one's honesty over time. In everyone's life, there are moments when circumstances seem complex and challenging. However, true strength lies not in avoiding difficulties but in maintaining resilience despite them. The value lies in the ability to hold one's ground, even when the winds of unpredictable fate attempt to bend it. Therefore, cultivate internal honesty and stop lying to yourself. It will open up a new world of strength and possibilities for you. Idea number 6, risk and opportunities. Marcus Aurelius asserted, "The problem is that by not taking risks, we risk 100 times more." This thought unveils an important perspective on the topic of risk and opportunities in life. The idea posits that avoiding risk itself is a risk, and in the pursuit of safety, we may miss out on numerous opportunities and potential growth. Many people feel fear when it comes to taking risks, especially concerning significant life changes such as changing jobs, moving to a new city, or ending toxic relationships. These fears often arise from uncertainty and anxiety about the future. Fear and concerns can often act as a barrier to making crucial decisions in life. Intelligent and analytically inclined individuals may spend too much time contemplating, leaving their potential actions in the shadow of overthinking. It's better to try and experience failure than endlessly regretting missed opportunities. Here are some tips on proper risk-taking. Clearly define your goal and assess the real circumstances before making risky decisions. A realistic evaluation of the situation will help avoid blind risks and enable you to develop a more effective action plan. Risk always involves the possibility of loss. Be prepared for this and ask yourself, what am I willing to lose? And is it worth the risk? This analysis will help you make more informed decisions. Mistakes are inevitable, but they can serve as lessons. Instead of fearing failure, see it as an opportunity to gain valuable experience. Learning from your mistakes will help you make more conscious and effective steps in the future. Before taking a risk, assess potential gains. Strive for potential benefits to outweigh possible losses. This will help you make more reasoned decisions and recognize the value of potential success. Be honest about your skills and capabilities. Don't take too many risks at once. Be aware of your limits and gradually build experience. Develop as a person and a professional to be better prepared for risky situations. Education and personal growth can make you more ready to face challenges. Remember that in some cases, taking the risk itself can be the key to new opportunities and achievements. Be decisive, assess the situation, and don't be afraid to act. Ultimately, the winning moments in life are often tied to bold decisions and a willingness to take risks. Idea number 7, the true value of a person. Have you ever wondered about the true value of a person? Marcus Aurelius pondered on this, stating, "The true worth of a person is measured by the things they aspire to." If you constantly experience fear, anxiety, and stress, could these be the results of your aspirations? We don't always consciously realize what we are striving for. Some values and goals are shaped in our subconscious minds under the influence of societal expectations, upbringing, and the influence of those around us. However, it is these unconscious aspirations that can determine our lives. Stress and anxiety can serve as indicators of areas in our lives where unconscious aspirations may lead to disharmony. If we constantly feel discomfort, it might be time to carefully examine the goals we subconsciously aspire to. External success or social recognition doesn't always align with our true needs and values. Self-awareness and inner exploration can help identify authentic aspirations. Imagine a person passionately pursuing financial wealth, convinced that it will lead to complete satisfaction and happiness. In their pursuit, they work overtime, sacrifice personal time, and even jeopardize their health to achieve their financial goal. In the end, despite all efforts, the person faces difficulties in attaining financial wealth. Stress and disappointment take hold of them because they associated their own worth and life's meaning solely with this material success. Let's assume they do reach their financial goal. However, instead of the expected happiness, they begin to experience anxiety and fear. Now, Their thoughts are filled with the fear of loss, the constant need to maintain their statuses, and the life pressure to sustain their level of prosperity. This example illustrates that the pursuit of financial wealth can lead to additional stress and anxiety, both in failures and in achieving the goal. It's important to realize that money itself cannot be the true aspiration. It is a tool that can serve to achieve something deeper and more meaningful in a person's life. This example underscores the importance of mindfulness in aspirations and the search for true sources of meaning and satisfaction. True aspirations are those directed toward finding meaning and satisfaction in life. Be in search of sources of joy and deep interest. So we've explored 7 important ideas drawn from the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius that can guide you on the path to a balanced and fulfilling life. If these ideas have inspired you and suggested new ways for a better life, share this video with your close ones and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for even more ideas on improving the quality of life, philosophy, and inspiration. Share your experiences in the comments. Together, we can create a community of support and growth. Thank you for watching, and we wish you continuous development and meaningful fulfillment every day.